Now let me take you to the second part of this yes no tool, the heart question, the warm heart question. Does my decision show that I am honest with myself, trust my intuition, and do I deserve better? Till I get a yes no as an answer, no maybe is here as well. So let's go deeper into the three parts of the heart question. Am I honest with myself? Trust my intuitions, and do I deserve better? So before we go deeper into this, have you noticed that the head question will make me aware of the situation that you are in? It will give you much more clarity. Just as the PMI gives you better situation of the awareness that you are in, the head question will make you, and the heart question will take you aware, it will make you aware of the character, that who you are in that situation. Okay, so two important aspects, and that's why better decision making is the blending of the head and the heart question. A person will make better decisions if he explores his own integrity, his own intuition, and his insights into his own worth. These are the three parts of the heart question. Let's go deeper into that. Integrity. When I say honest, integrity comes into what is integrity? Integrity simply means be your word. Whatever you say, you do. For me, integrity is central part of my value system. So the statement that I read many years back, there was a huge poster in one floor shop of an organization. Promise what you can deliver, comma, deliver the promise, full stop. Now, I am telling you the comma and the full stop because they are pretty well important in that. Promise what you can deliver, comma, deliver the promise, full stop. Okay, that's how it was. So imagine, I want you to imagine what integrity does to our life. What will it do to your life? Imagine what you say starts happening in your life. In Sanskrit, it is called Vacha Siddhi. Whatever you say happens. Okay. It's an amazing experiential learning, if you might understand what I meant by experiential learning. And it's not an easy life. I want you all to think about people who are men of integrity. Write down people whom you know are men of integrity. Do you think so their life was easy? Simply because people who have integrity don't fool themselves about in a situation. You are candidly honest, you are critically honest, you are unscrupulously honest with yourself. Because if you have made a mistake, you must have courage to accept that. Yes, this is what I did was wrong. Okay, so life of integrity is not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be making your life more miserable for you. However, integrity gives you power. Power beyond the wildest of your imaginations. Okay, and let me tell you what really integrity. Wherever you feel, now it is power and not force. Many people think that force is also integrity. Many of the politicians think that their life is very, very simple. Because I'm in politics, I can do anything, whatever I want. No, it's not true. Okay, a man with integrity is a fearless man. And I'm not talking of fearless as in underworld fearless. Because underworld doesn't have power, it has force. There is a difference between power and force. Force is an external factor, power comes from within. Integrity, men of integrity are powerful because they believe in themselves, they are their word, and they are courageous, and their power comes from within them. And that's why a person like Mahatma Gandhi can make a statement that you can put my body into jail, but I am still free. Even in the jail, I am free. Okay, that's the power that I'm talking about. It will give you power beyond your imagination. So if you want to find out where you are out of integrity, then note down situations in your life where you are powerless. It is a telltale sign of a person who has a lack of integrity in that area. Now remember, integrity is not virtuous, okay? Because a man of integrity is a very powerful person, it doesn't mean other people who are out of integrity are bad people or anything. It's not about good and bad. It's just about being your word. How much value do you place on your words? If you don't value your word, nobody will take you seriously. All successful people value what they say. They don't lose talk. Integrity is such a large topic that you can go on and on and on and on and on, and yet you will not learn much about integrity. I have been studying integrity from 1994 and still I am studying. Okay, but I made that as a central pivot in my life. It makes a huge difference. Life is difficult after integrity. When you live a life of integrity, it becomes extremely difficult. Okay, explore it and learn to be men of integrity, women of integrity. Let's go to the second aspect of the warm heart question, the intuition part. What is an intuition? Okay, tell me what is an intuition. If you really understand what is an intuition, another name for intuition is gut feeling. Okay, it is, if you read a book called Blink, you'll understand what. The book starts with, there is a curator of a museum and somebody has bought him some statues which they claim to be very old and unique, but he just looks at them and then he says, no, they are fake. He says, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I know that they are fake. Intuition is something that comes to you where you will not be able to pinpoint where it came from, the location where it came from. Otherwise, everything comes from either your past or from your future. Intuition is something which comes from the source, it comes from yourself. So, how do I know what is an intuition? Okay, so in my years of experience, because I have been a meditative man, I meditate 1 hour a day, daily for last time, I don't know, 15-20 years I have been meditating. I've created this solar plexus test. Okay, solar plexus is the area just below your diaphragm, and that's where, if you read some spiritual books, that's where you experience true self, it is said. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the spiritual aspect of it, but to give you a practical way is, we think with our minds and feel with our bodies. Now the solar plexus, I want you to feel rather than think. Thinking is done by the head. Okay, thinking is done by the head. That is, we have already covered the head part of it. Now we are in the warm heart part of it. So you need to feel. Intuitions can be felt. Intuitions can be experienced. You cannot think intuitions. It's impossible for anyone to think intuitions. And mind you, each one of you are intuitive in nature. You just forgotten. If you look at small little babies who are newborn, you will be looking at them and they are staring somewhere and they are talking to somebody in space. Okay, so that's the connection that we have towards the spiritual world. As we grow up, we start forgetting all these parts. So we basically are intuitive. The point what I want to say is that, and our body has only one language, which is a yes-no language. The body has no two different, it's a binary language, yes or no. So if you are aware of what are the different feelings, there are sensations that your body gives you. One sensation will be good and the other sensation will not be good. There are only two ways. One is a yes or one is a no. It's a good feeling or a not so good feeling. So how do I use that test? So let's say I'm interviewing you for a job and you have sent me your CV, and your CV is perfect for the job description. So my logical mind will tell me, pick this guy up because he's the best person that you can possibly have. The CV fits exactly to the job description. I call you for a phone interview. Mind you, you're not even physically present in front of you. But when I start talking to you over the phone, I find there is a set uneasy feeling at my solar plexus. It doesn't give me a good feeling. The feeling is very faint. If you start practicing it, you will get to know that there is a feeling, you feel very uncomfortable. If that happens when I am talking to you, I won't work with you, however good your CV is. Okay, so that's how you will use your solar plexus test to identify what is your intuition. If your answer is maybe, or if you are in a doubt, that means you have not focused on your feelings. Your feelings will give you, it's only either a positive or a negative. Okay, so practice your trusting yourself, practice your intuitions, listen to your intuitions, because intuition will not give you a wrong direction in life for sure. The only trouble is to identify what is an intuition. I hope you're getting, do I trust my intuitions? Okay. The third part. Have you at times in a decision making situation in your life, you knew that you were going in for a bad decision and yet you went ahead and did that? How many times have you done that, my dear friends? Be honest, be men of integrity. I am not going to ask you to share anything, but if you are not going to be honest, you will not get the second part of it. Second part of the journey. It will become difficult. So be honest. You have to be honest with yourself. I'm not asking you to stand out on Eiffel Tower and shout out to the world, oh, this is what I did was right or wrong or something like that. So you can be honest with yourself. So there are places where you have taken a bad decision and yet you have acted upon it. It simply tells us, have you any reason? Can you ever try to find out the reason why do we act like this? It happens unconsciously. Many times you are not even aware of it. Somewhere deep within us, and this happens to each and every single human being, that there is a program that we believe that I don't deserve good things in life. Okay. So it's a long programming. We are programmed in the way we act. Okay. And this program is very strong in human beings. I do not deserve better. If I don't get the amount of the results that I am looking for, because I don't deserve better, deep within us, and you need to start believing that you deserve better. Just not thinking about it is not enough. You have to believe, and in goal setting you have understood that if you don't believe in whatever you think, it's useless. So believability, believing in yourself, trusting yourself is so critical to make decisions in life. Believe that you deserve better. Believe it. Okay. So let's take a snapshot of better decision making. The first part, am I meeting the real need? Am I informing myself of all the options that I possibly have? And once I have the options, do I think through each one of them? Once I have completed this by getting yes or no as an answer, then does the decision show me that I am honest with myself, trust my intuition, or do I deserve better? If you apply both the things together, I promise you, you will learn to make better decisions in life. Now let's go back to the inventory page that we did and write down the same things using this entire tool now. I'm sure you have started getting a sense that you will be able to make better decisions in life. Thank you. I want to give you an example of intuition. Okay, let me give you an example of intuition. My intuition, real life example. I was in my manufacturing stint, 7 years of manufacturing experience that I have. I am a chemical engineer and I started manufacturing. I picked up a business of electrical transformer manufacturing. It was a family unit. I did not know T of transformers. Okay, but I still picked it up. Now, when I was in the 3rd month of that business, there was an engineer who was managing the show. The business was pretty set up, things were moving on its own. I did not know anything about the business. At 11 o'clock in the morning, he came one day to my cabin and he gave me his resignation letter. Resignation? My heart was jumping out in joy. Pick it up, Raju, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. My head was screaming. Are you mad? You don't know anything about this. How can you do this? No, no, no. There was a turmoil. There was a big fight within me. I was scared. It was really scary. I said that, please give me, I'll give you the answer tomorrow. You give me one day. I had to buy time from him. Okay. Throughout the day, I was very disturbed because I knew that it would be very, very challenging for me to do that business, because if he is not there, what will I do? Okay. The logical mind was not allowing me to, it was overriding my heart. I'm a meditative man. I reached home in the evening. I came back, I sat in front of my guru's photo, meditated for some time, centered myself, and I made two packets, one of haldi, which is vermilion, the yellow colored thing, and one with kumkum, which is the red colored thing, paper packets, and I kept it in front of I kept it on the feet of my guru. I said that I need some divine intervention. While I know exactly that I need to pick up that resignation, but it is extremely difficult for me to make that decision. I need your guidance. Can you give? Please. And I stood up. My younger son was about 3 or 4 years old. I told him that pick up one packet. And when he went to get the packet from there, heart of hearts, I said, please, please, please don't get yellow, because I said that if you send yellow to me, I will accept the resignation. If you send red to me, it's an indication, don't accept it. I was so scared that he will get yellow, my son will get yellow, and guess what? He bought yellow. Now my heart was saying, pick it up. My guru is saying, pick it up. There was no way. In next day morning, I was trembling when I said, okay, I am picking up the resignation. But in about 4 years time, it was a difficult run for me. Honestly, it was a very difficult run for me. But it turned out to be the best decision that I made. I could not have progressed in that business to the level of exporting transformers had that person been there in my factory. And that I can confidently say in hindsight. So a telltale sign about intuition is that. A telltale sign about an intuition is that it will scare you to death. Trust your intuitions. Thank you.